production planning is the phase where the details of how production will be carried out are decided. He says the production planning and control involves planning of the production system and controlling the operations of that system in an efficient and cost-effective manner. The production planning and control is necessary because it ensures optimum utilization of resources. Hello everyone, I am Nikhilavati S., Faculty of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Welcome to the sessions on Production and Operations Management. So we are discussing about the third chapter, that is Production Planning and Control. So here this chapter is all about planning of production activities, like what kind of products to produce, or when to produce and how to produce, and who are the workers or employees who will be into the process of production. So let us quickly move on to the next topic, that is production planning and control. So as we said, production planning and control is all about it to plan, organize and regulate the manufacturing process. So here it is the function of a management of every business unit, or we can say any manufacturing or a factory unit, to plan, organize and regulate the manufacturing process. That is important in order to ensure that the goods are produced in the right quantity, at the right time and at minimum cost. So why we need proper planning and controlling the activities of production in order to ensure that the right quantity is produced as per the demand as well as at the right time. That means to meet the deadlines based on the orders received by the customers and at minimum cost. So the basic objective of every business organization is to minimize the cost, and it encompasses the steps of production planning. So before actual production starts, that means it starts with from the pre-production activities itself. So the pre-production process as well as the production control during and after production. That means production planning is done before the production process, whereas controlling techniques or methods are used after the process of production. Because the production control is all about using the methods and techniques to check whether the production process has happened as per the plan or not. Let us see in detail what is production planning is all about. So here, as we can see, production planning is the phase where the details of how production will be carried out are decided. So it is planning is always deciding in advance, like what to do, how to do and when to do. So it's deciding in advance how the production process should be carried out, and it includes determining what products are needed. So it also includes the decisions regarding the products that are need to be produced. Again, the products that are need to be produced is as per the demand, taste and need of the customers. Then also about the quantity that need to be produced. So how will we come to know about the quantity of products that need to be produced? We'll come to know maybe by looking at the previous year's production levels or by conducting research. Then and also resources required, materials, machines and labor. So what are the resources required for production? So we need raw materials, proper workers with skilled laborers, as well as the machines and equipments for production process and the timeline for completion. So what is the deadline that we need to fix, or what is the time that is need to produce certain number of products or units of products? Then production planning aims to anticipate potential problems and ensure that resources are optimally utilized. So the main aim of production planning, it is to anticipate what are the problems that may occur and also to minimize the overall cost of production. Moving on, production planning and control. So we have seen what is production planning is all about. So here we will see what is production control is. So again, controlling is the one of the technique and the function of management, as we have studied. Like the functions of management includes planning, organizing, controlling, directing. So controlling is one of the important function of the management, where here it is in context with the production activities. So once the production process begins, control ensures that the plan is followed. So why we need controlling function for production? It is starts, the method of controlling or the controlling activity starts after the production process has ended. So it is important in order to ensure that the plan is followed. So in order to ensure that the production process has happened as per the plan, and it also involves monitoring and adjusting the production activities to align with the plan. So it's not just about checking whether the plan is executed, but also it includes monitoring, as well as some of the adjustment can be made wherever there is a difference between the plans. So corrections can be made, and also managing unexpected issues. Certain issues like machinery breakdowns, material shortages, and labor problems, and ensuring that the final output meets quality standards. So why we need to maintain all these uncertainties that may happen in the process of production? That is in order to meet the quality standards. So the quality of the product should never go, or it should be maintained with the overall process and for all the quantities of units that are produced. Moving on, let us look into the definitions given by various scholars and practitioners on about what is production planning and control is all about. So according to the definition given by Bethel, Atwas, Smith and Stackman, production planning and control is the process of planning production in advance, setting the exact route of each item and fixing and the starting and finishing dates for each item, and keeping track of the progress of production according to the plan. That means here Bethel and Stackman says that production planning and control is all about, it's a process where it involves like deciding in advance about the production activities, like what to produce and when to produce, and setting the exact route of each item. Say for example, a finished goods, how it should pass through certain steps or stages, right from the raw material to till it become a quality product. Then fixing the starting and finishing dates, and it also involves fixing the production scheduling and the time for production, and also for each item, and keeping the track of the progress, whether it is properly executed, properly done or not. So let us see one more definition on the production planning and control. As per the definition given by Buffon, he says the production planning and control involves planning of the production system and controlling the operations of that system in an efficient and cost-effective manner. So he defines as production is a system in which it involves the conversion process where the raw materials are converted into finished goods. So he says the production as a system and controlling the operations. So controlling is all about checking that whether the operations of that production system is done properly in an efficient as well as cost-effective manner or not. So let us move to the next topic, that is objectives of production planning and control. That means why we need production planning and control. What are the objectives, or what is the purpose of having a proper production planning and control? What are its benefits? So here the objective in which for which the production planning and control is made includes the production planning and control is necessary because it ensures optimum utilization of resources. So why we need proper production planning and control means to ensure optimum utilization of resources. So what are the resources involved in the process of production? It requires many kinds of inputs, maybe raw materials or the skilled laborers or money or machineries, etc. So all these inputs are to be optimally utilized. And also, say for example, proper management of inventory. So optimum utilization of inventory also can reduce the risk of overstocking or understocking the inventory. So here Here the production planning will decide what is the amount of resources that the production unit needs. So it avoids overstocking of the stock, or it might not be always stock. It may be like over employing the number of workers needed, etc. For example, in a textile manufacturing company, here the production manager makes sure that all the machines are working properly without any downtime, and also at the same time he can check the laborers are operating the machines without wasting time. Next we have is to minimize production cost. So proper planning and control helps to minimize the overall production cost by effectively utilizing or optimally utilizing all kinds of inputs and resources available in the production unit, as well as which leads to the reduction of cost. Production planning and control also helps to avoid unnecessary movements or wastage of resources, with making proper utilization of resources and increasing the efficiency. Then next we have is to ensure timely delivery of products. So here the proper production planning and control also helps to ensure that the product reaches the customers on time. So here it helps us, or helps the company to gain more trust of the customers and loyal customers. And it also helps to forecast the demands and do the production activities continuously without any kind of disturbance, and also to forecast what might be the demand of that particular product. Say for example, a food processing unit makes sure that the packets foods like sweets and snacks reach to the retailers on time, so that at the time of peak seasons like festivals and holidays, etc. One of the objective of production planning and control also includes maintain quality standards. So in order to maintain proper quality standards, a proper production planning and control is important. So deploying proper controlling methods and techniques, monitoring the activities in each steps. So it will make sure that every product or every unit of a product is produced as per the set standards or set quality standards without compromising it with any other features and characteristics of that particular product. A proper production planning control also helps to reduce production time, as it is the time taken to produce a product. So it minimizes the time taken by properly planning before the production process, that at what time or how many units are to be produced, or what is the production scheduling. So proper planning and monitoring of each the production process at each stage so helps to minimize the production time that is taken. And next we have is to ensure smooth workflow. So a proper production planning and control also helps so that the production happens throughout the year without any kind of bottlenecks or any kind of downtime, sudden breakdown of machines, etc. So it makes sure that the production process is not delayed due to the non-working of either or unavailability of the skilled laborers or the machine downtime. So they make sure that the production process is not delayed. Then it also helps to control inventory levels, because proper production planning and control will have an idea or proper estimate of what is the amount of inventory that is needed. So it again avoids the understocking or overstocking of the inventory. And also when we say inventory, it's not just about the raw materials, but also it includes work in progress as well as the finished goods. So it will make sure that the finished goods are ready as per the order received or as per the demand, or it makes sure that there is proper work in progress and the stocks available. Then it also helps to provide flexibility in production. So whatever the changes that are needed to make, maybe the changes in shifts or the production scheduling changes, maybe say for example the number of ice creams and cool drinks produced may be increased at the time of summer season. So in that way it helps to adopt the flexibility in production, and also it helps to improve coordination between departments. So if the production unit has proper planning and controlling techniques that can be used, it helps them to have a proper coordination and communication with the sales department regarding what might be the estimates or what might be the demand, or it will have coordination and communication with the finance department, like what is the amount that is needed for this production process to happen, or sometimes the raw material procurement department, etc. So it also helps to minimize the waste. That means a proper planning helps to make the optimum utilization of resources. In that way, it minimizes the waste and also it helps to maintain worker morale. So a proper planning and controlling is important in order to maintain the morale or the motivation level of the workers in order to increase their productivity. The production planning and controlling is an important aspect or a function of management in every production unit, or we can say in every manufacturing business, so that the production process runs smoothly, efficiently and effectively. So this was all about what is production planning and control, its meaning, definitions, and also why we need production planning and control. So this was all about production planning and control, its meaning, definitions, and why we need proper production planning and control. So hope you all have understood. Thank you.